Hi guys, welcome to Tarot Spinning. My name's Kathy and we're going to do a pick a card. Got two decks, Messages from the Mermaids, which I shall shuffle first, and we'll get a few cards from both decks and see what messages we have. That's a spare, so I'm just going to have to leave it there. And right, get the show on the road now. Sorry about the delay. Okay, sorry about the coughing. Okay guys, we're going to go on to reading one. We've got 6 to pick from. Even though I did 6, that 7th card popped out, so I've just put it there, and it's going to be put in for every reading. So we shall see what we get. So let's go ahead for reading 1. See which deck we can have it look at. I mean, you know, which cards, and then ultimately from there what the reading's about. So let's just see where we go. Right, we're here. These cards are Hope. Beautiful card with the rainbow. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So we shall see where you need to establish some better boundaries. I'm going to put that one up here just so I don't get that in the way. And this one, oh, recognition. So we've got recognition, hope, and boundaries. So recognition is going to be for all 3 reads, because I'm leaving this card up here for, you'll see it up here in all 3, because it was this leftover card that I thought, well, not one reading should get it, they should all get it. But recognition is really what it's about, is you've been working really hard and you're about to get your, you know, your 5 minutes of fame. But this card usually dictates that it's going to be quite a big amount of time, not 5 minutes of fame. But you worked really hard, you've been putting in a lot of energy and a lot of effort, and you're going to see some fruits of your labour. So just as she sits here and waits with the hope, you can see that rainbow in the background. So she's kept the faith and she's hung on, even though she's wondered at times whether she was really, you know, probably going down the right track or doing the right thing. But she's hung in there, and the recognition's coming now. You're going to get seen for all the work and energy you've been putting into this idea, or this it can come in all forms there, that recognition. It can be from being a good parent, to being a great worker, to starting or running your own business, schoolwork, studies, dieting, exercise. It just goes on and on, because anywhere you've been putting in some really big amounts of energy, the recognition's coming in, and people are going to start noticing or seeing that, wow, you look awesome, you know, or you've done such a great job, or whatever it is. All the recognition's coming. The boundaries, where do you need to establish better boundaries? Maybe it's to do with the bit of fame, or the bit of, you know, the pats on the back you're getting. Some people might want a handout. I keep seeing all those hands in the picture, how they've all got their hands coming out towards you. So we'll get some cards and we'll have a little look and see what we've got to come. This is the LisaParker deck. I like to use. Seeing they just dropped out, they'll stay. Oh. And I'm sure you all know by now what my shuffling is like. But I like it because it's a bit, you know, the way it pops, the way these cards pop in and out, or they don't. There, see, as I speak, the Magician, hello. Alright, only cutting one cut today, just doing it a bit simpler. I'll get these first few cards and see what we've got. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Star, yes you are, the Four of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Magician. So beautiful top line there, guys. Queen of Pentacles, luxuries, a little bit of extra money, perfume, new outfits, going out for dinner, or just generally getting in charge of some money, and money's coming in and around and you're starting to go, yeah, okay, I've got some extra money, or I've got more money than, you know, it's starting to sort out a bit better. The Star, well, that's the recognition, is the Star, isn't it, really? Because the Star's just a shining, gleaming, and of course, a hope, because the Star is just that you know, that lights up in the night sky when you see a shooting star and you get that little buzz. It's the same feeling when I look at the Star card. She always gives me that little buzz of just like, yes. Four of Wands, it looks like around the home, and there's also celebration, because the Four of Wands is usually a celebration, a party, an event. The Two of Wands is a win-win situation, and with these books opened out like they are in this deck, it looks like to me that there's been a fair bit of work and study going on behind the scenes. You've really been putting in some effort for this recognition to come in. You're deserving every little bit of it. And there's the Magician. And of course the Magician is with that magical book with all the glow coming off it. Your magic's starting to shine. Whichever area you've been working in and whatever you've been doing, it's all starting to glow. It's all starting to come out from you now. That the way, I just realised I cut this deck and here I am shuffling away. Sorry guys, was meant to be. That's what happens, see, when you muck it up and you do dodge it up a bit. You just got to say straight away that it was meant to be, and then everyone just goes, oh yeah. So can't take it back now. I'm not going to stop and redo this, so we're just going to move forward and see why I had to grab it and start shuffling, but who knows? I couldn't tell you. There's the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Hierophant. Okay, so moving on to the next line, guys, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So that's slow, steady progress. So it's a good, solid, it's slow moving, but it's solid moving, you know, like a bit like the tortoise, you know, you sort of look at him and think, oh, it's like watching paint dry, he's never going to get there, but he's solid as a rock. You're like the shell on his back. It's as solid as, and being on the Queen of Pentacles, it's a good omen on her that those luxuries and that bit of extra money and everything, it's a good solid situation that's just going to keep firming up and keep going in that direction. The Star with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is that emotional cup, so it's the heart's like a bit fulfilled and the heart's feeling quite happy, and that hope, see, that hope has come in and it's paying out and paying back. The Four of Wands with the Two of Swords, a little bit of a storm brewing there, but it's at the home or it's at the celebration, and it's sort of a temporary peace at the moment, but there is some little hiccup that will come in there that will come out to play itself, but it's not a big deal, not a big drama. Five of Wands again, see, with this being paired up with these paired together, this is that the clashing of those two swords, and the Five of Wands is to do with the power struggle. It's more to do with brainstorming and pushing and pulling around and working things out. So I'd say with the recognition and everything that's happening, somebody around you is probably just having a bit of a, oh, but, because you might have a lot of things changing quite quickly. I don't have the Tower card here, but it feels like that Tower energy. Then you got the Hierophant, which is, I'd say in this deck especially, with the cat looking up at the wise old owl and he's hanging up there at the moon. It's all to do with expanding, and I just get that, don't let your head get too big, which is, I don't think you're going to, but it's just a little comment there to say, don't let this, when this thing lights up, stay in your heart, don't go up in the head where the ego is, because if you have really done, like you could be an artist, I don't see any art cards here, but we haven't finished yet, so it feels like that art vibe where you've done something and now they've seen it and they're like, everyone's just like, oh wow, and it does. It's great. It's a beautiful energy to have the compliments coming your way, but that recognition is making me feel that. Now, I don't know if I had to cut these or anything, so I'm just going to go straight back where we were. The Knight of Wands. The Nine of Wands. The Five of Swords. Had to nearly laugh at that coming out. It was like, oh yeah, of course. There's the Eight of Swords and Strength. All right. So with that Knight of Wands, see this cat, look at the look on its face because it's looking at this mouse. It must be just thinking about, should I kill it or not? As soon as I looked at it, it's what I thought. But I don't think so. The cat's just too slouched over there. He's just like, yeah, I can't be bothered. So with that Knight of Wands energy, that's fairly fast moving, quick energy coming in around, and a bit of a message. Being it's on the Knight of Pentacles, there's a bit of news and information coming in around all this situation that's playing out. Nine of Wands is a little bit exhausted, just a little bit overdoing it, a little bit. You're running with that energy when this thing all lights up and you get a bit excited. You're running with that energy, so you've got to sort of have a bit of a stop and have a bit of a moment where you think, okay, need to have a little bit of a rest up day. Five of Swords. Well, generally because it's sitting on that Two of Swords, and it was sitting, you know, like with the situation, with this recognition, it's sitting right in front of the recognition. It's a little bit of conversation, and it's virtually those sharp tongues that lash out a bit, and a little bit of jealousy. You know, it's gaslighting, but it feels like it's gaslighting. They're having a joke, but you sort of know that they're generally just being a bit of a twat. So take it with that exact energy of stay true to your recognition, because at the end of the day, the only reason they'll act like that is because you're in the spotlight and they're a bit envious. So you take it, it sounds weird, take it as a compliment, because when they're doing that, they're looking at you with green eyes and they're wishing they were you or in your position. So it's actually complimentary, which sounds weird, but that's what that energy is. And there's that prison that's in the mental. You're not really imprisoned by these swords and these thoughts, but if you listen to this and listen to it from a heart-centered place, you'll put yourself into that prison. So this is just a little bit of a chat from me to say, don't go there. Don't go there. Yeah, don't do it, because anyone that says anything snidey or any remark that's a bit snarky, it's only because they're envious of you. So take it as a compliment and don't take it as a stab, especially if it's from someone fairly close that you wouldn't expect it to be from. But hey, everyone has their days where they're, being a dick is the only way I can put it. And then there's the Strength card. So you have the strength, and you will always have the strength to go through with the Hierophant there and the Magician. You've got no problems, guys, in the sense of that's you. You're the Magician. This is you going and becoming this wise owl. And there's the strength to see and look at the things around you and put things into their perspective. Look at it from a mature head and look over and go, right, they've only said that because they're a bit envious. I'll take it as a compliment. Don't worry about it. That's how I'm reading that. And I think that's a good bit of compliment, because depending on who's getting this recognition and how much is going on around you, and if it's lasting for a fairly long time, you will get these few people that, they just act out a bit, really. acting a little bit silly, but take it as a compliment because, hey, you've earned what's coming your way. You've actually worked to get it. You didn't just fall ass backwards into it. You earned it. So you carry that banner and walk forward. Ace of Swords. So good, clean energy coming in the thought pattern. We were just talking about that. So that's the good, clean thoughts coming in to go, right, I'm not going into that emotional side. I'm not letting this, don't let it destroy your time to shine. Don't let that tarnish the situation. So let that go. 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 3 of Wands. I'll get back into my brain here. Good clean energy coming in, good clean thoughts, and staying strong, staying with that strength. 3 of Wands is expanding, so you're actually taking this energy and pushing it forward, moving into it even more. So that's another great thing. There's a 10 of Wands, which we had. Where was that 10? Oh, it was 9 of Wands. There's the 10 of Wands. So there's still a little bit of that comment of just go a bit easy, guys. You're going to get a bit ramped up. I just feel that ramping up. And there's the Emperor, of course, because you're sitting on the throne there. And the 6 of Cups. So just watch out for a little bit of tiredness here. So just a bit of a check-in to yourself and make sure that if you need some time out, you take it. Here you are, the Emperor, and you're sitting quite solidly above that 8 of Swords, which is that imprisonment of your own thoughts sort of thing that they've imprisoned you. So that Emperor's trumping it. He's sitting on top of it going, no, I'm not sinking into that. I'm not going there. And there's the 6 of Cups. It's family, happy times, somebody from your past, an old friend or an old relative or someone you haven't seen for really a long, long time. They might even notice you in the spotlight and they're going to pop back up. But it's a happy thing. It's not, they're not there with their hand out. They're coming back to virtually say, hey, they're cheering you on and saying, good on you, that's great. There's the 9 of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So we still have a little bit of that energy where there's that 9 of Swords is a little bit of a panic there. It's like, it keeps you up at night. There's a little bit of that goes on, but don't worry about that. It's going to be, the Knight of Cups is all this love and emotion coming in around you. Everything's going to work out fine. Don't concern yourself with that 9 of Swords. You might have a bit of a panicky thought here and there, but here's the Page of Wands, which I always think is the Fool, and there's your 4 of Wands, which is the Celebration, which we had here. No, there, sorry. So this little bit of worry, put that to bed exactly like she's sitting on it. Just let it go and let the love and all the fun and all the happy bits come in, because that's always a message of all good happy times and good happy memories. Page of Wands is always the Fool in this deck. I don't know why, but it's it's energy coming in, it's energy moving fast, and you're moving into this direction and going into this new way of being. And there's you and everyone toasting you and what you should be doing this to yourself. Like, yes, I've just been so proud of myself for where I've got to and what's happening, because you've worked really hard to get there. So well done, Group 1. Just going to get a few Making Magic. Oh. And, oh my goodness, oh look, there's 4 there. We'll just be a bit crazy and go for one more, because I can't not spin my wheel here. Couldn't be tarot spinning if I didn't spin. Okay, just a quick one. I'll whiz through these. Philosopher's Stone. Powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. Of course. That's that recognition, guys. Beautiful. There's Spirit. This one is Spirit. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. You deserve it. Star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. This is these good celebrations and emotions that are going on. Sorry, I'll put it there so we can see it. The Sun. The golden energy of the Sun brings fame and fortune. Oh, guys, this is just, can this get any more awesome? Work with the element of air and cut through to the core of the situation and see the truth. Well, the truth is you're a bit of a star and you're being recognised as one. So that recognition I'm really interested to see how it comes out in all the other readings as well. So well done, reading 1. Beautiful read. Thanks for popping in and hanging out, and I'll see you all next time. Hi, reading 2. This is your reading. So with the first, when I did the card shuffle, this card was the 7th card. So I've left it here for each reading is going to have the same energy of that card come into each one of the readings. So we've done reading 1. We'll go on to reading 2. It's a bit silly, bit of a silly spin, but anyway, I nearly threw the mat off as usual, but it's all good. Oh, it's out of control a bit there. The hand will show us which deck. Oh. We're going that way. Just got to fix this up now because it's a bit... Okay, we've got gratitude and we've got awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Wow. And of course, I know what this one is because I've already read it in reading 1, recognition. So recognition comes back into that energy of working really hard and putting some energy in. And now it's all starting to come to fruition. I'm just going to pop this up here out of the way. It's all starting to come into fruition, and it's starting to become, you know, you're going to be recognised for what you're doing or what you've been working on. You know, you could have been doing, like I said in reading 1, lots of stuff from diet and exercise to artwork to study to investing time and energy into a business or an idea. It can come in all sorts of forms right through, and the gratitude's here virtually being grateful for it all starting to come into play now. It's all starting to come into balance, and it's all starting to come into, it's sort of like a bit of, the recognition's a bit of, like, you know, the 5 minutes of fame, but it's going to last more than 5 minutes. So quite a nice card. And with this one having the energetic upgrades and a new way of being and integration, this is just definitely on the spiritual side of things, because again, the awakening is the energetic upgrade. So what work you've been doing, either it's on the inner work, like the shadow work that you've been doing with yourself, or the other way it works with that card will be giving to the community and giving outwardly from yourself. So you're doing, you know, you could be working at the animal shelter with people on all levels of different things, where you could be helping people out, right down to, you don't even have to be doing it for a living. You could be just helping out a neighbour, helping anyone and anything around you on whatever level, is this energetic upgrade, because they're probably looking at you and thinking, wow, you need to, you know, your energy's picking up because you're not self-focused and self-centered. You're looking out as well as, you know, you do both, but you try and do a good balance of both. And that's what I'm getting off that anyway. So let's pull some tarot and see what else we can get for this read. But yeah, it's a bit interesting with the gratitude and the awakening. I like the colours in that card. So beautiful, the background. Looks like the aurora, yeah, the southern, is it the southern lights or the northern lights? I've never seen them, but I would like to. Oh, look at the card we got. Just looked at that card to see what popped out. It's just death. Death and temperance. It's all good. We'll shuffle on. Quite strong words there from those cards, saying, right, sit up and take notice. I'm like, yes, boss. I'm listening. Okay, we'll just cut this and get back to the show. Okay. Well, there we go. Just as we were chatting on about this awakening, there's death. So the death is, like you say, a rebirth. So it's a change coming in and around your energy, but it's a good balance, because temperance is there and she's balanced. She's a balancing act. And there's the Two of Wands, which is a win-win situation. So it's a positive thing. There's the Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot. So quite a good first line out. group 2, because we've got the big change, the balance, and getting yourself into that balance of the change, which is, it's going to be, you're going to be so grateful and gracious about it all happening. It's a win-win. Queen of Pentacles is treating yourself to a little bit of luxury on some level, and it could be down to massages, to go and get Reiki treatment, acupuncture. It feels like body work. I don't know, Thai, is it Thai massage, any of that stuff, or just go and lie down and sunbake on the beach. That's if you live near a beach. But it's something you're doing, like it's a bit of time out and a bit of it's not a holiday, but it's like a little mini one, because it just, in that little span of time, you're just really like relaxing and enjoying it. It's a luxury that you give to yourself. The Chariot, the energy's moving forward, and it's very magical with this beautiful unicorn coming out there. All right, we got the Page of Pentacles, the Sun. Who doesn't love the Sun? Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Okay. That Knight of Pentacles has come out on Death, so he's a bit of information, news and information coming in, and it's sort of a bit of information to do with money or abundance on some level. Of course, Temperance coming out with the Sun. Well, it's quite good news, because, you know, the Sun, as you know, depicts the floating around in the paddock and dancing and, you know, cartwheels and spinning around giddy, because it's such a high vibe energy. So that's good, really good news coming in. And things are moving and changing fairly quickly. There's a lot of energy spinning and coming in around with this Knight of Wands pulling in some more energy, and the King of Pentacles. Big business, banks, houses, big structure, like heavy, fairly heavy. It's not heavy energy, but it's a heavy vibe with the King of Pentacles there. It's good, solid foundation. And Nine of Swords is a bit of worry. So whatever this is, it's a bit of a worry, but we'll pull a few more cards. I'll sneak over to my Everyday Witch deck and see what we get to come out on the next line here. See what that little bit is there. But it's looking like a pretty auspicious read. Okay. There's the Devil. The Five of Wands. Would be just definitely be waiting to see that one pop out. It's the Two of Wands, which is on the Two of Wands, so they're very much a win-win situation, guys. There's the Knight of Cups with all that good, happy vibes and strength. So, with the Devil coming out with this message, I'd be looking at the Devil's in the details. So look at the details. If anyone's offering you, I can't see much legal stuff there. You've got that big energy here, this big, that feels like a big organisation or a company or something. I'm not really sure where or what that's exactly to do with. Being a general read, it can spread across so many different bits, but the Devil's in the details. So when anything comes in around money or offers or anything, check everything out before you go there. The Five of Wands, well, that's that contrary bit of energy when things are moving and changing around, because there's a bit going on here to do with how your life's just, you're balancing it out, but it's just a little bit of a give and take. And of course you've got the Two of Wands on the Two of Wands, and you got the Page of Wands in the middle there. So again, it's a win-win situation, and things are looking like you've got the world in your hand there. You actually do have a fair bit of more power than you realise at the time. There's the Knight of Cups coming in. Really good, happy with whatever or whoever this is. It could be a boss, it could be a father, father-in-law, uncle, landlord. It's someone that's definitely to do with, like, you know, the businessman vibe. So anyway, whatever they're coming in and whatever's getting offered or whatever's coming there, because this Knight of Cups is usually an offer or usually to do with information or a bit of energy coming in. Do just watch for the devil in the details, but I don't think there's anything going to be too bad there, but you just do make sure it suits what you want it to suit, if that becomes part of that read. But back to this, we got the Strength card, which more or less is you know, you're trumping it. You're going to be able to walk through and sort this out without any problems. There's the Star. Oh, we love her. And the Nine of Cups, another beautiful card. The Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. All right, that's great. The Star, as she comes out here, she's gorgeous. She's just a real positive omen on this situation of all this, what's coming in and what's changing and how it's changing, how it all evolves and all gets going. Nine of Cups looks like you're, like I said, sitting on the beach and you got your sandcastle built, you're enjoying the sun, and yeah, you're quite a happy celebrating person at this point in time. You're really content within. Seven of Pentacles, so you're still working on the situation, whatever the recognition come in from, you're still working and still progressing with it, so it's still very much, you're tending to it. It's still your baby. You can see the way she's tending. Pentacles, Two of Pentacles is a balancing act, but with this one, in this particular card deck, she has the Pentacles, they're leveled up virtually straight beside each other, so I always see this as not give and take. This is, everything's leveling up, because she's put them up above her head. So the money and your financial situation's about to balance up and get solid, and it's sitting on that, see that business situation here. So I think it's all about to level up on that side. Like things are going to balance up and be quite okay, and it's pretty fast moving because there's the Eight of Wands. So the energy's moving in and coming in pretty quickly. She's got a little bit of a worried look on her face, so I dare say it's only because it's making your head spin a little bit. It's what I get, that like a giddy feeling off that. So, but when it comes to reads, you can't say this hasn't been a bit of a beauty. Well, so was the first one. So on that note, there's two that have popped out. We'll cut this, and I'll do a spin for another card. Just that one a little bit. Okay. Let's see what we get. Okay. Star. The silver energy of the Star brings good luck and serendipity. Well, it is. It's going to be beautiful. Beautiful energy coming in. I'll sit it on the Star, See? Star, star, star. Love it. Little luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Well, this is going to become part and parcel, because you're going to, with the recognition and all the gratitude, you're going to shout yourself something, and I'd say anyone around you will definitely benefit as well by the feels of this. And the Sun, this is the one that popped out before, and I'm sure we had the Sun in the read. Didn't we have the Rabbit somewhere? No, it's all right, I've gone back to a different reading. It's all good. The golden energy of the Sun brings out fame and fortune. Again, beautiful reading, guys. Really enjoying this vibe. Okay, that's it for you, reading 2. Hope you got something out of it, and thanks for hanging out, and we'll catch you all next time. Bye for now. Hey guys, welcome to reading 3. So I'm going to get on to reading 3. Had reading 1, 2, and now we'll have a look and see what we get for reading 3. Bit of a spin. Bit of a big spin, actually. And you'll see this card here. Alright, I'm going to go this one because it looks about more this side than that side. When I did the cards at the beginning, the mermaid cards, 7 cards come out. So this one card's been here for all 3 readings, because everyone had 2 cards, and yeah, that's sort of just a unified across the board. Okay, we've got Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Okay. And we've got relaxation. So, all right. And recognition. So recognition, because I've read this for every read, the recognition is to do with a lot of hard energy and a lot of time and effort's gone into something in your life, and the recognition's coming into play now. So this is your 5 minutes of fame, but like I said in the other reads, it actually is going to go on longer than that period of time. It won't be 5 minutes of fame, it's going to be the beginning of a new path and a new place in this, where this energy's been put. It's going to grow from there. I'm just going to pop them up. Relaxation. I'd say life's about to get quite busy, and you're going to have to try and take time and have time to relax and catch up with some, relaxation and rest, just rest in general. And Priestess. I haven't seen this one before. It's got some really nice wings all down here. But Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? So you're being asked to step into a position of leadership, which through this recognition could become reality. There's the Chariot, which is pretty good moving energy when it comes to moving into another energy or moving forward in energy. We'll get some more cards out. For reading 3, please. Oh dear, just jumping around here. Oh. There's a little bug flying around in here, so you notice it flying around there. It's having a little snoop around. Oh, we had a candle go out. Okay, we'll start with that. I'll cut this deck now. And we'll start with the Chariot. We have the Chariot. We have Justice. We have the Queen of Swords. 7 of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. So with those cards straight off, the Chariot is moving forward into that energy, and Justice is to do with the recognition. So the Justice is definitely, it's like your just desserts, like things are balancing up. I'm just going to have a look and see. That actual key has got a tag on it that says Pandora. So I suppose you're looking at this Justice card's asking you, do you want to open up Pandora's box? And it looks like you have. And don't take much notice of Pandora's box as being in the negative. Look at it as like a box of tricks, because it's all going to be changing around with that 7 of Cups energy. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords sort of marries up to brainstorming and sort of getting in a position a bit more up on the throne, getting in a bit of a position of power. So the Priestess, how you've been called to step up and lead. Well, that's that energy with the Queen of Swords. 7 of Cups is a lot of things happening all in front of you. There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of different ways, and a lot of different opportunities all popping in and around. The trick is with this one is to wait until the that excitable, there's two candles out now. I'll see if we can just get, we've got one that's going to keep going. This one will hopefully last for a little while. 7 of Cups. You've got to wait for the illusion to wear off. The energy's running a bit high, because with that recognition and with this energy picking up and ramping up, and the Knight of Wands, so it's coming in pretty fast. The energy's moving in pretty quickly. So I would be waiting for the energy to settle down a bit before you look into which way to go and what to do, because the energy's making everything a little bit giddy. It's going a bit fast. Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and Strength. So with those cards, I'll just put some more out, I think, because I feel we should have a second line here, and then I'll use that other deck. Strength, Ten of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that's pretty good. So we've got a new idea or a new way to create or make money. Could be a new job, a new aspect of the job. The job might change a bit with this recognition coming in. The job might alter and just it's balancing itself out there into a bit of a different energy. Six of Pentacles, which is generosity given or received, and I'd say it's going to be both. You're going to be getting it and you're going to be giving it, because things are going to get pretty good with that recognition. Strength, again, it just comes back to taking on the new path and where you're going. And then you've got the Ten of Swords here, which is a little bit of the mental, it's overdoing a little bit on the mental realm, but it's the Ten of Swords, so it's getting to that ending, being that it's the 10. So with the Wheel of Fortune, there's the lucky break coming in, and the big wheel of life starting to turn and change. So the big wheel's coming in and starting to turn and move into a different energy, like we had the Chariot here with the unicorn. It's quite magical. Right, we've got the Knight of Swords, the Tower, of course we have to have the Tower, the King of Swords, Temperance, and the Magician. So here we go into the Knight of Swords is fast moving energy, so things are picking up and ramping up pretty quick with this new direction or this new expansion in the career or in the lifestyle. The Tower comes in and it is like it is. That owl's got, see how he's got that scroll, even though the Tower's getting struck by lightning in the background. He's got the scroll in his little claws and he's got the 2 pentagrams, which is the protection symbols. So as much as it's going to be a bit of a shock and things are going to happen pretty quickly, you're going to be protected and you're going to be looked after, like they've got your back. They've always had your back, but you are really going to be watched out for. King of Swords, paperwork, legal, documents, maybe having to learn or check up on a few facts or a little bit of study. There's Temperance with that balance, and you've got the Magician on the Wheel of Fortune. Well, I don't know how much more auspicious we can get, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune with that cat with that big wheel spinning in front of it there, and it's coming up, it's pointing at you with that recognition. Then you've got the Magician with the book and all the knowledge and learning, and it's all starting to glow and grow. So this is that priestess energy coming in. They're wanting you to step up and start looking at becoming a lead, to lead or to become the leader. So at that point, with this Magician energy, just stay humble and stay true to yourself and your heart. And you don't have to think too much about being the priestess, because at the end of the day, you are what you are. You know, however you walk it and talk it, your energy is going to show itself to be what it is, which is pretty powerful, I'd say, by the looks of that. There's a bit of a 3 of Sword moment, which is okay. 3 of Sword, 4 of Sword, sorry about that. Carried away from myself. And look at the actual cards, I'd be right, instead of just glancing at them. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune twice. And the 7 of Swords. Okay. Still need a couple more just to finish this out. Oh, way too many, but we got that one for sure. Okay, a couple more please. Just to... I'll cut this now in case I need to pull any more off there, but it's looking like this might be good. 4 of Swords. So again, that's going with that relaxation. So it's making sure you do a bit of a check-in and make sure that your actual physical body and mental body and your energetic body as well, make sure everything's a bit balanced and taken care of. You know, go and get that Reiki treatment, go and get that acupuncture, go and get that Thai massage, like whatever it is that your body or whatever you feel you need, go and get that Bowen treatment, any of that. or even just generally take some time out. But I feel like it definitely would work. It'll come into play a bit quicker with energy work, with any of the energy work you can get done. All right, I'm going to put this there. I'm fiddling, I'll stop fiddling. So relaxation, that means to make sure you take time to relax and treat yourself to a bit of a something, whatever floats your boat. Page of Swords, fast-moving energy coming in the way of some information about this Wheel of Fortune, which we have here. So the Wheel of Fortune's come out twice. And I'm looking now, that's the Page, that's the Knight. No, we didn't have it. I thought we might have had that, there's a Knight of Wands there. I thought we might have had that Page already, but no, that's all right. Using information and a new way of thinking, and this lucky break coming in, which is the big wheel of life changing and starting to turn and starting to move around. We've got the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So that's fairly easy to play out there, because it is the bit of a theft of time or energy, or the responsibility. So it's sort of coming into, once you step in and start doing this change that you're going to move into, this new way of going forward with the recognition, and because you've got the Priestess here, it feels very much like it really feels spiritual, because she does just depict that even in the picture. She just looks like the veiled Priestess. So on some level somewhere you're going to be asked to incorporate this into your life. And of course, if you've picked this read, you've probably got a fairly good idea what this is all about. But this is taking the responsibility on, and that's the theft of time, the theft of energy, which goes back to that relaxation. So it's sort of just getting back to that, balancing this out and making sure that you take heed to the Oracle card, which is to have that relaxation in there, to have it balanced out pretty good. Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, and I'm going to be a bit cheeky and pull out a couple more. Look at all them big trumpers, will you? Okay, then we trump it out with that. We've got the Knight of Wands, which is the energy still moving fairly fast. King of Pentacles, which is sitting quite happily on the money and being quite comfortable with the abundance, and with that side of your life becoming something you don't have to worry about so much. It's something that's, you don't have to take too much time into thinking about, because a lot of energy is going here. That sorts itself out. Queen of Swords is a bit of brainstorming and thinking and working it out, plus it's just coming into that power. Did we have her? There she is there. So she's been there twice now. That Queen of Swords is this Priestess power. She's, at this point in time anyway, she's got very much in the head, because she's going to be looking at that. And of course we've got the Emperor. So that's quite an established foundation, and he's sitting fairly pretty. I would have really liked to have seen the Empress there instead of the Emperor, but hey, you get what you get. You've got the Eight of Wands, Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, sorry. There's the Empress, yes. And the Queen of Pentacles. All right, that's it for me. We're good. So that energy that's moving and coming in still pretty quick. Quite comfortable with the money and not having to worry so much about the money. Focus isn't really there. It's more to do with this energy and what you're having to move into, the brainstorming, and quite comfortable and feeling more secured, and you sort of got more control. It feels like you're getting more control and getting in more control. Walking away, I'd say, from your past life and from your past way. Not completely, it's not going to be completely snap and gone, but you're going to be moving, that energy's moving forward into a more balanced and content time. Just like she looks like in that card, where she's just sitting there on the beach doing a bit of that relaxation. That's where that energy's to come into play and to balance everything out. You've got the Empress, which is what I was more to do with the Priestess and the Empress. So there we go, she was there. And she's playing with that energy, being it's very much got a lot of similarities with these cards, being the Empress is the mother of the major arcana of that deck, and the Empress, how are you being called to step up and lead? So you will know how you're being called because you'll be prompted, things will come in front of you, synchronicities, messages, opportunities offered, and there's the Queen of Pentacles. So it's coming back to sitting quite powerfully on that, like the Queen of Swords, there she was, and the Queen of Cups. So that's the willpower. That's, you're going to be able to do it with the willpower that you've got with the Queen of Swords. And then the Pentacles is that earthly grounded feeling and sitting quite comfortably, and you've sort of got everything. You're getting very balanced and under control with it. It will take it won't take long anyway. I'd say yes, it takes a small amount of time, but when it comes to the measure, I think you're going to feel quite comfortable in that position because it's going to come fairly naturally to you. Gee, willikers. Sorry guys, I think we're going to have enough here. How many are flying around, but we'll quickly spin for one more and then that'll be that. Got to have the tarot spinning to spin. Okay. Dragonfly, you bring light to this world. Well, yes you do. So that's beautiful for the priestess, the dragonfly. Arwen, 3 rays of light. Balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. Yes, you will be. Because you'll be getting yourself into that. The Emperor and the Queen of Pentacle energy, like that male, female. They're sitting on top of each other there, so it's quite good. Earth. Ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability and strength in times of chaos. So that's where that relaxation will come into play and will help you clear. Philosopher's Stone, powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing the universal energy. Absolutely. Safe and happy travel. Protection from harm when journeying. So whenever you have to go out and about, you'll be safe. And protection. Again, I said that somewhere back here, I said that they were protecting you. Strong protective magic for the family and for the home. Well, that's going to always be in play. So, beautiful reading, guys. Quite involved, but thanks for reading 3. I hope you got something out of it. My chimes are ringing because my camera's about to run out. So, thanks again. Bye for now. See ya.